Since 2008, when the Alberta Recycling Management Authority introduced the Paint Stewardship Program in Alberta, most of the post-consumer latex paint generated in the province has eventually ended up in our Calgary recycling facility. The average amount of latex paint that comes through our plant each year is 1.6 million kilograms, or roughly 1.3 million liters. Of that quantity, we recycle roughly 70%, or 950,000 liters of latex paint every year. This recycled paint is processed and repackaged as an interior-exterior eggshell that comes in 14 colors. When paint arrives in our plant, it is in its original containers. The containers are initially sorted into gallons and pails as we process gallons and pails separately. The containers are then brought on to our inspection and color sorting platform. Here the containers are opened and hardened skin is removed. The paint inside is inspected for quality, and any paint that shows the signs of being frozen too often, or that smells of bacteria, or that has foreign material in the can is not recycled. In fact, about 30% of the paint we receive does not pass our quality inspection protocol. Once the paint has been determined to be of good quality, it is initially poured into one of 14 totes that surround the platform. This color sorting is one of the most important steps that we take, and it is done by the human eye. Our people have been trained extensively on how to sort all the different colors that there are in order for us to be able to produce our 14 colors consistently over time. After several totes of the same color have been filled, they are all pumped into one of our large 10,000 liter mixing tanks. The paint is filtered as it is being pumped into the tank. Inside the tank, the paint is agitated by a large mixing propeller. Biocides are added to the paint to eliminate any bacteria that may be present. By blending such a large amount of paint together, we are able to keep our color batches very consistent. With the less popular colors, such as the blues, greens, and yellow, the batch sizes can be as small as 4,000 liters, and therefore the batches may have slightly more variance. After the paint has been mixed for several hours, it will be pumped out of the mixing tank and ran through 2 more filters and into another clean tote. The paint is now ready to be poured into new containers and packaged as a recycled paint ready for shipment to you, the dealer. We sell our paint as an interior-exterior product because, in fact, roughly 40% of the paint that we recycle is exterior paints, primers, and water-based stains. We include just about all of the different types of water-based paint products in our batches. Everything from exterior high-gloss latex to water-based wood primers to interior eggshell paint and drywall sealers are all mixed together. Some water-based products that we do not include in our batches are elastomerics, block fillers, and emulsified alkyds. Because water-based paints coalesce so readily, the combination of so many different types of ingredients creates a product that has the characteristics of both an interior and exterior paint. There are small molecule and large molecule resins in our paint, so our paint will readily penetrate a properly prepared substrate and after curing provide a very durable finish. We cannot measure exactly what the acrylic content is in our batches, but we know it is high as many of the paints we recycle are 100% acrylic resin paints. Our paint contains mildicides and fungicides because of the exterior paints and stains we recycle. Our paint averages about 35% solids by volumes. It flows, levels, and hides very well. A contractor can spray our paint because we filter it down to 300 microns. The paint that we process and sell as recycled is actually the most environmentally friendly paint that a consumer can buy. Even more environmentally friendly than your best virgin zero VOC latex paint. And here's the reason why. To produce a gallon of virgin latex paint, mineral resources must be mined from around the world. Chemical ingredients are produced in chemical plants in various countries, and all the various minerals and chemicals must be shipped to the paint manufacturing plant. In the manufacturing plant, energy is used to run the equipment and fresh water is consumed. A study was commissioned in 2006 to assess the GHG impact of manufacturing latex paint. The study was completed by Enviro Access Inc., a Canadian environmental technology advancement center. The study found that it took the equivalent of 115 pounds of greenhouse gases to produce a single gallon of latex paint. So every time a consumer buys a gallon of virgin latex paint, even zero VOC paint, that purchase triggers the supply chain to produce another gallon to replace it. However, when a customer instead chooses to buy a gallon of recycled paint, no supply chain is triggered and no additional greenhouse gases will be created. When selling our paint in your store, Keep these characteristics that I have discussed in mind. Our paint is suitable for properly prepared interior and exterior areas such as walls, soffits, window trim, railings, ceilings, and fascia boards. We do not recommend our paint for walked-on surfaces or high-impact surfaces such as doors. Surfaces must be clean and dry. On bare substrates that are porous, such as bare drywall, stucco, block, and vertical concrete, our paint can be applied directly without a primer. Our paint can be applied to older, dry wood without a primer, but on new wood, a proper wood primer should always be used. Our recycled paint can benefit your contracting customers in certain situations and on certain construction projects. For example, if your customer is going to be painting an area with a clear base virgin paint, such as a bright blue, red, green, or yellow, our paint can be an excellent first coat which will provide the base, which is much easier for the clear based paint to cover. This will save the customer a lot of labor, as fewer coats will be needed to get the proper coverage. As another example, our recycled paint can earn a LEEDS project additional points if recycled paint is used for some of the areas. Recycled paint has been used on many LEEDS projects as a primer on parquet walls and as a finished coat in office areas. You can contact us here at Calibre Environmental for more information on how recycled paint can qualify for LEEDS points. As a third example, maintenance painting contractors and property management customers could save money by using the beige or light brown colors for their apartment and hallway painting projects. In summary, our recycled paint can be part of any painting project, large or small, and if you keep our paint in mind when discussing a project with your customer, you will likely identify an application for recycled paint. In addition to being the most environmentally friendly paint on the market, our product is also one of the best values a customer can buy. I want to thank you again for watching this video and for supporting recycled paint. Your efforts on the sales floor will go a long way towards solving the post-consumer paint management industry, and it will bring you a good sales margin along the way. Thank you again from all of us here at Calibre Environmental Limited.